What my experience has been here has been a total lack of accountability in terms of commercial law. Now, it seems that the university can simply break contract, do things like tide selling, a whole range of violations of the Consumer Protection Act, and seems to be absolutely oblivious to any sort of criticism. In fact, you don't even meet with anybody who has one of these particular grievances with you. Now, I guess my question is how, seeing how you've sold a product to about 8,000 people, and that product has not been delivered, my question is how exactly are you going to account for that? You know, you sell me a product, you don't deliver it, I get my money back.
We don't talk about education in that kind of corporate language here.
Right, right. No, and obviously not, and that's why the business of this particular university is failing. So if you looked at us as consumers, if you looked at us as people that were paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a product that currently we're not receiving, my question is how exactly are you going to compensate people for, what is it, 40 million outstanding this semester? Are you prepared for a class action lawsuit? And how exactly are you going to compensate students who don't finish this semester? Where is the money going to flow back to these people who have paid lots of money and can clearly show damages? I mean, it's clear that they've been damaged. It's clear that they've paid money and have not received a product. That's clearly a violation. Like, I've taken a couple of courses here, one in consumer law. So I'm just wondering, how exactly are you going to compensate people for the tens and tens and tens of $1 million, not just that they've spent out of pocket, but if we're talking about damages, we're talking about a lot of money.
Okay, so you're going to let us answer the questions? I mean, it's important for people to realize, first of all, I know you're videotaping me because that's what you love to do.
It's also your job. That's what you get paid a lot of money to do, right?
Jesse has a lot of other grievances with the university, so it's important that people understand that. Also, this term has not been lost. So for you to be talking, the numbers you're talking about are numbers that you have fabricated. Okay, they're not.
You don't show us the books, right?
The books are online. We've told you that. The financial data is there. We're very transparent. We've got a board of governors. You're familiar with our board of governors. There's representatives.
I'm familiar that there's 7 or 8 board of governors that met secretly on Sunday without the rest of the board of governors, who are actually the financial management body of this university. So what you have is the elected officials of the faculty association, the students. These are members of the board of governors. And they were not elected.
Who are you?
Who am I?
No idea.
I'm a former student, alumni, about to be a student if these guys get their act together, and also I was formerly the president of the Radio Malaspina Society, the university radio station.
Chile.
Yes, right. And so the numbers that you're speaking about, I'm very curious, what are the real numbers then? Because I use $40 million, so you guys must have an estimate as to what the students are owed this semester.
Go onto our website. Go and do your research. That is what we have told you before. That's how we've engaged with you before.
Not in person.
We were told today that the parties are getting back together. We're committed to ensuring that this dispute is resolved.
Okay, but that wasn't my question. My question was, how are you going to compensate? Should this semester not finish? Should you not deliver the product that these people have paid for? Should that be the event? How are you going to compensate the students financially for what they've paid for and have not received?
Advised the students over here was they are working on those scenarios now. They have had one meeting and they're having another meeting tomorrow. So perhaps you didn't hear that part of the conversation.
Personal like solutions.
Okay, but I'm talking about the money, right? So money has actually changed hands. That's how I started this conversation, as a consumer issue. People have paid for a product and they have not received it.
Okay, thanks for coming.
And I'm just wondering, how exactly are you going to compensate people, and are you prepared for a class action lawsuit?
Yeah,